Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto Group.
Called strike 3. Cubs win. Cubs win. That's 5 in a row. They'll go for a perfect road trip tomorrow or today or whatever. Later on.
Yeah, it was a little confusing because that was just a little over 10 hours ago at Suntrust Field as the Cubs wrapped up a 5-1 victory over the Braves. Little time to enjoy it, though, because the two teams are right back at it this morning. It'll be Mike Montgomery towing the rubber for the Cubs and knuckleballer R.A. Dickey for the Braves. First pitch is coming your way at 11:10 right here on CSN. Well, hello and welcome everyone to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto Group, along with David DeJesus. I'm Kelly Kroll. Good morning to you all. I think I'm having a hard time with my words because it still is that early, but quick turnaround. I hope you got some decent shut-eye.
It feels like we're on a doubleheader right now.
We are, that whole night today doubleheader,
Yeah.
which, speaking of which, I'm sure putting the suit and tie on has a different feel, but for the players today, what have the last just 12 hours been like? How do you regroup, get back after it? Is it just, hey, hang with them and we get tomorrow off?
Yes, that's how you're
Yeah.
feeling. You have a day off tomorrow, and you have a knuckleballer. So you're just going to hopefully, I think sometimes the less sleep you get against a knuckleballer, the better are you. Because sometimes the ball
Don't
moving
overthink
around, your eyes are all moving around. So it should be a fun game today, and hopefully the Cubs batters can square that ball up today.
All right, well, breakfast of champions over here for David DeJesus, oatmeal and blueberries.
Yep.
I'm rocking the coffee, like Uber, extra shot, red eye, black eye, you name it. All right, well, it's almost time to get interactive with the show. Get your mobile, laptop, or tablet ready to head to csnchicago.com/vote. In just a few minutes, we'll bring you our live fan vote. And in the meantime, we're going to revisit some of last night's highlights. John Lackey threw 5 innings of 1-run ball in his first start since coming off the 10-day DL. Of course, getting an extended break there. And the rest appears to have been very valuable for the veteran righty who had one of his worst first halves of his career ever. But last night, it appears that things are headed in the better direction for Lackey. And, before the break, because of how bad his first half was, people actually asking Madden whether a move to the bullpen might be in the future, and Lackey addressed that last night.
Great.
Changing your status as a starter for this club? I mean, it's
that ship sailed. That ain't gonna happen. There's 2 places for me to be: starting or at home.
Yeah, classic Lackey right there. I would have expected nothing less from a guy that's helped 3 different clubs or, bring home championships. And it hasn't been pretty, David, but if you can get 5 innings of 1-run ball every 5th day from this guy, you'll take it.
Yeah, he expects better from himself.
Sure.
He knows he didn't pitch great the first half, so he came out and made a statement game. And if he just keeps the ball in the corners, keeps it down in the zone, works his off-speed pitches in good counts and put it in spots where they can't do that much damage, he can be a nice 5-spot starter for the Cubs. Definitely.
And that's exactly what he said too. And come playoffs time or October, they'll revisit, but. Joe Madden said he expected a better version of Lackey in the second half last night. Certainly a step in that direction. We're looking at his last 5 starts here. 2 good, 2 not so good. Then the encouraging outing last night. He's a proven starter, but how long is his leash in your estimation? And as long as he is continued in the right direction, they got to stick with. You heard Joe say, are you kidding me? I don't even want to take him out of a ball game. You think I'm going to tell him he's headed to the bullpen?
I mean, that's a scary thought right there for a manager, the way he looks at the umpires after a missed call. So right now, you just want to see improvement each and every time. You want John Lackey, when he gets out there, to give you 5 to 6 solid innings and just keep the team in the game, because this team is offensively starting to put some good at-bats together and score some runs. So if he can keep him in the game, he's a good guy to have, because he's a veteran leader that guys can just lean on.
You love that bulldog mentality. You want to see him perform on the mound, of course, but in the dugout, he's just instrumental in talking guys through, guys they haven't seen, how they should approach certain things. But let's go ahead and move on to our bona fide starting pitchers today, where it will be Mike Montgomery going for the Northsiders against 42-year-old R.A. Dickey. And this could be Montgomery's final start for a while, if you think about it, because Kyle Hendricks is getting healthy. And Montgomery's done a solid job as a starter. Opponents hitting .274 against him, but as a reliever, extremely effective. That number dropping to .213.
Yeah, so right now Mike has had trouble getting through that second time through. So his last 2 starts in July have not been good. He's averaging 3 innings pitched and 5 earned runs each start. So he's got to get better today. And the thing with the Braves, they're hitting .288 off left-handed pitchers, second best in baseball. So this is going to be a test today. So he's just got to keep the ball down in the zone, keep it, the infielders, he has the best infielders in the game. So keep it on the ground, let the infielders do their thing, and he should have some success today.
And you talk about statement starts in a way from Lackey last night. Maybe Mike Montgomery, who has said over and over again he wants to be a starter. This is a way to say, hey, guys, don't forget what I have in my arsenal, even though I'll go to the bullpen, do whatever you need, but I can be the starter for you. Well, as for the chiseled veteran, on the other hand, the knuckleballer, Dickey is 6-4 with an ERA just a little over 4. It's the first time in his career he's faced the Cubs. But David, you faced him. 2 for 19, 3 walks, if you will. What's the key to hitting a knuckleball?
No, the key is
we'll get to your other numbers as well too.
When you see it high, let it fly.
Okay.
When you see it low, let it go. Because there's so much dancing on his ball that you just got to really if it's up in the zone, go attack it and just be aggressive to the ball, because you don't know where that thing's going to end up. So he's a guy that he's been doing really good of late. Those last 5 starts have been he's given up 1 run in each start. So he's really feeling confident right now. So the Cubs hitters have to just try and do what they have, see it up and let the bat go.
There's a reason he's been around the game for so long. But hey, you were 5-17 against fellow knuckleballer Tim Wakefield. So how about we get those out there as well?
Yes, you always got to put the good side in too, right?
All right, let's get to our Cubs fan poll. Again, to vote, just visit csnchicago.com/vote. You don't need a special app. Just visit that website to get interactive with David and me. And today's question is, what's been the bigger factor in the Cubs' 5-game win streak? And your choices are starting pitching or the offense. Now, we talked about Montgomery a little bit. He struggled last Friday against the Orioles. But in the last 4 wins, Cubs starters 4-0 with an ERA of 1.05 and no first-inning runs allowed since the All-Star break. It appears to me, if I had a choice, I'd probably be going with the starting pitching just because of how dominant they've been, and we're seeing how that sets the tone.
Oh, it's definitely right. Starting pitching wins baseball games. If you're getting quality starting pitching, it gives you confidence as a hitter to know that, all right, if we just score 2 or 3 runs, we can win this game. And these guys are going out feeding off of each other as a starting pitching staff, and they're trying to one-up each other, and that's that healthy balance you have. As one guy gets going, you want to do as good as him, and you don't want to let your team down. So it's great to see that this starting pitching staff is stabilizing and it's picking up the offense as well.
Yeah, and the offense not playing from behind may be a huge thing as well. But, hey, they've been pretty good of late. We knew it would come around for them. Too many good hitters, and now to have the pitching as well. But please, again, vote and let us know what you think has been the biggest factor in the Cubs' 5-game win streak, whether it be starting pitching or the offense. And one other nugget, the Cubs' bullpen, although a couple bumps on the road, the whole 8-0 lead that they couldn't hold last Friday, then Wade Davis making Monday night's bottom of the 9th a little more interesting. But you got to give them credit for last night's performance. Dunsing, Strop, Edwards, and Rondon combined to throw 4 shutout innings, allowing just 2 hits and 1 walk, and the last 6 all Ks.
Yes, the Braves lineup is a pretty good hitting lineup, and they just dominated the strike zone, the bottom quadrant, and they were getting ahead of guys and putting them away. And it's great to see Rondon there getting back to who he was.
No doubt.
A couple seasons ago. So it's good to have him back, give Wade Davis a day off. And you know Wade Davis is going to be solid. Yeah. So let's just not get crazy right now. He had a couple bad outings, but he still got the saves. But it's great to see Rondon, Carl Edwards throw some strikes. And then if you get Mike Montgomery in there, that's another nice piece to have. Yeah, the velo picking up for Rondon. Certainly we see the confidence with that. And like David just said, when it comes to Wade Davis, like the guy, when he's dotting things, there's no one better in the game. Well, with the recent hot streak, the Cubs have made up a little ground in the NL Central. Check it out. Just to show you how important, too, that these division games are to Joe Maddon. He actually juggled the rotation where Jose Quintana will no longer be going up against his former team in the Crosstown Series, but instead
he will be facing the Cardinals, and then that's a week from Friday, and then he'll be going against the Brewers. So, David, the whole 5.5-game lead for Milwaukee when the break, started is now down to just 2.5 as the Cubs continue their streak. Brewers lose 3. That's how crazy this game can be, right? We've kept saying there's a lot of time left, and look at how quick this swing has happened.
That in 3 games, you just gained three games in the column there. So right now, it's just playing baseball. As a player, you're just focusing on that game that day. You want to win that game, put the pressure on the Brewers, and you know that in that September, you're going to be facing the NL Central pretty much the whole month. So at that time, it's time to go. So hopefully you have that lead at that time, so you can just extend your lead.
It's interesting you say that because I took a look at it today, and between the Cardinals and the Brewers, there's still like 9 games against both of them or so. There's a lot of playing to be done still in the Central Division. Well, we have to take our first time out here on Cubs Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto Group. When we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups for both squads. And Joe Madden didn't pencil in or whatever he does with his iPad. Wilson Contreras is named behind the plate today. But the second-year catcher has been getting quite comfortable in the cleanup spot in the order. We'll discuss that a little bit longer. And there is 28 minutes until the start of the game. There's still time to give Feldco a call, 866-4FELDCO.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by Fields Auto Group. Fields matters because you matter. See Fields first. FieldsAuto.com.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, inviting you to become a member of the Fields family when you buy or lease from any of our 31 locations. You also get our Fields amenities that include free loaners, car washes, and our gourmet coffee bars and cafes. And with more than 35,000 vehicles sold annually, you can get a great offer like this.
And now you can lease a new 2017 Maserati Ghibli SQ4 all-wheel drive for only $699 per month for 36 months at the all-new Fields Maserati on Green Bay Road.
And Fields matters because you matter.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Ignite something. Ignite your story. Ignite adventure and togetherness. Ignite the next chapter of your life. Only the perfect cut unleashes a diamond's power to ignite. Hearts on fire.
Available at James & Sons Fine Jewelers in Chicago, Orland Park, and Cherville.
From ballparks to amusement parks and hot dogs to haute cuisine. Visit enjoyillinois.com for trip ideas. Brought to you by the Illinois Office of Tourism, proud partner of the world champion Chicago Cubs. Illinois, are you up for amazing?
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
It's here, but it's going by fast. The opportunity of the year is back. The Mercedes-Benz Summer Event. Get to your dealer today for incredible once-a-season offers and start firing up those grills. Lease the GLE 350 for $579 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Dare to live in full color with Blue Man Group, the spectacular collision of comedy, theater, rock concert, and dance party all rolled into one. Catch our boys in blue at the Briar Street Theater. Just call 1-800-BLUE-MAN or visit blueman.com. We check out our ATI physical therapy injury report, and the Cubs are close to being back at full strength. Kyle Hendricks made his second rehab start on Monday through 5 perfect innings at Double-A. He's expected to rejoin the rotation next week during the Crosstown Cup. And Brett Anderson's 30-day rehab assignment ends on Monday, at which point the Cubs will have to make a decision about his future. And with that, we welcome you back to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto Group. I'm Kelly Krall. He's David DeJesus, and we're taking a ride up to first pitch between the Cubs and Braves in Atlanta. Madden's club with a chance to sweep back-to-back series and start the second half on a 6-0 run. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's starting lineups presented by the Illinois Office of Tourism. Illinois, are you up for amazing? Joe Madden leading things off with John Jay, who's done pretty well off Dickey the few times he's faced him. And then after that, you got Bryant Rizzo, Ian Happ in the cleanup spot as Wilson Contreras gets a day off behind the plate. Schwarber batting fifth, followed by Javi Baez, Addison Russell, and Victor Caratini getting his first start behind the plate since the break. Javi Baez at second, and we got to talk about his play of late. In his last 3 games, he is 8 for 12 with a double and a homer. He's hitting .500 during this road trip. So since the break, what do you like about Javi's approach at the plate right now?
I like Javi's confidence right now, the way he's driving the pitches where it's pitched. He's not trying to yank the ball. He's trying to hit the ball right back up the middle. And I loved that third base hit yesterday. The hard line drive to right field. That means he let the ball travel and just let his hands shoot right to the ball. And it's great to see him just picking up the slack at the bottom of the lineup there.
Certainly makes a huge difference to the length of that lineup. And he'll have a big test today going up against R.A. Dickey. But as we mentioned, Caratini getting the start this afternoon and giving Wilson Contreras a much-deserved day off. Contreras getting comfortable not only behind the plate, but in the cleanup spot as well, hitting .333, 5 homers, 13 RBI in that 4-hole. Does his success there surprise you, David? And do you see this as being possibly a long-term spot for him?
You know, it doesn't surprise me, but it's great to see. This is a spot right now that protects Rizzo. Rizzo needs protection right there, and he's a guy that if he's hitting like this, you're going to have to throw strikes to Rizzo, and then that's going to lengthen the lineup like we just talked about. But right now with Contreras, he is swinging at strikes, and he's doing damage with strikes. He's on time with his load, and he's just having fun out there. This guy is a spark plug to the team, and he's given this offense a nice jolt right now.
Yeah, the energy he brings is just incredible. Batting .380 in 12 starts this month. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Braves, and Ender Inciarte will be leading things off. Johan Camargo hitting second after collecting a couple hits last night. Freddie Freeman will move from the hot corner back to first today. Matt Kemp, Tyler Flowers, Danny Santana, Sean Rodriguez. And here's a look at Dansby Swanson, of course, the top pick from the D-backs, making his way back into the lineup today. And then R.A. Dickey, as we mentioned, will be on the bump. Freddie Freeman, pretty hot since returning from the disabled list back on July 4th. He's hitting .310 with 3 homers, 10 RBI in the last 10 games. This guy's done it for how many years in his career, right?
I mean, he just
keeps
rakes.
on going.
He just rakes. This guy is one of the best hitters in the game right now, and it's surprising to see how good at the third baseman made that transition.
Agreed.
I mean, he saved so many runs the last 2 games for the Braves. This could have been blowout games, but he's made some really good plays at third base. So it's been surprising to see that, because you know he can hit.
Yeah.
So, like how good he is.
You know, the
fielding the ball, fielding the ball. So.
But to know defensively that he can cover each corner, it has been remarkable. Well, it's been 24 years since the movie Rookie of the Year was released. The film tells the story of young Henry Rowengarter, played by Thomas Ian Nichols, who becomes a starting pitcher, of course, for the Cubs. And last week, Nichols stopped by our studios, so we had him take to the streets to test the fans around here their knowledge of that iconic film.
What is your name, by the way?
My name is Maura Duffy.
Maura Duffy. I'm Tom. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. The first one's going to be easy. And if you answer this one, you get the hat.
Okay.
All right. Easy question. What is the name of Gary Busey's character in the film, and what was his nickname?
I have no idea.
Wrong answer? Okay. I'll give you his first name as a hint. Chet.
I'm not going to get his last name.
What are you doing out here?
Or his nickname? I mean, his nickname?
Ronnie?
Okay, I'll give you his name, and if you can guess his nickname. Chet Steadman was Gary Busey's name in the movie.
The Rocket.
There you go.
Yeah. Yes.
She got the Rocket, so, and you didn't get mad that you didn't know it, so, you know, you're a good sport.
I got the hat.
Let's play ball!
Okay, you ready for the hard question?
If that was an easy question, then probably not.
Let's try it anyway, right? Okay. So Henry Rowan-Gardner's last name was mispronounced 6 times by the Cubs manager in the film.
Okay.
Do you think you could name 3 mispronunciations? Here's the real one. This is Rowan-Gardner is the real one. And the manager, you remember?
Pronounce it or misspell it?
Mispronounce it. The manager would always be like, I guess I'll give you one. The manager would always be like, hey, Gardenhoser!
Okay.
What the heck was I talking about?
What the heck was he talking about?
Hey,
I don't know.
Well, he didn't say Rowan-Gardner. It's like Rowan-Gardner. What sounds like Rowan-Gardner?
Rowan.
Forget the Rowan.
Ruling
Gruder. That's one of them. So you got one. Come on now.
Are you speaking English?
Do you know much about baseball?
Again. I mean, I know Anthony.
What's that thing that they hold, that the pitchers put on their hand, the chalk on their hand? You know what that thing's called? They pick it off the mound.
Chalk.
It's a Rossen bag.
Rossen bag? Rossen chut?
Rossen bag.
Chut? Yeah.
She's got to say it.
Rossenbagger?
That's one of them. There you go. Hey! You're a good sport, so we're going to give you the guys you know, Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo.
Yay! Thanks, guys.
You knew all of those answers. If only you could have helped her out a little bit. You said your son's really into the movie right now.
Yeah, we've watched that a few times on our little trips in the car, so I knew all those answers.
I would have loved to have seen you out there helping her through that.
Yeah.
Well, Suntrust Park is famous for the Freeze, a track star who races fans around the warning track and usually beats them with ease. But it turns out the Braves also have another race between innings, and last night it got a little physical. Check this out. Yeah, this is the tool race. First, the paintbrush tries to knock over the drill, but the drill brushes him off. But the drill isn't out of trouble yet because the bucket comes over and knocks him into the wall. Yeah. And then the hammer passes them. It all goes on. Just not good. Keep watching, because the brush is going to come by here shortly. You know, it already did. This poor guy. It's a good thing he was wearing the full get-up, because he's going to be a little bruised up today.
A little sore today, that's for sure.
Speaking of which, we're going to take one more timeout here on Cubs Pregame Live. But before we turn it over to Lynn and JD, we'll get David's keys to the ball game and each pick our key performer. And there is still time to vote in our fan poll. We're asking which has been the biggest factor in the Cubs' 5-game win streak. Has it been the starting pitching or the offense? Just head over to csnchicago.com/vote and cast your ballot. Results are coming up.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, inviting you to become a member of the Fields family when you buy or lease from any of our 31 locations. You also get our Fields amenities that include free loaners, car washes, and our gourmet coffee bars and cafes. And with more than 35,000 vehicles sold annually, you can get a great offer like this.
And now you can lease a new 2017 Maserati Ghibli SQ4 all-wheel drive for only $699 per month for 36 months at the all-new Fields Maserati on Green Bay Road.
And Fields matters because you matter.
Empathy.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Traffic was crazy.
What route did you take?
I took the freeway.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry. Traffic is tough.
Hey, sorry, guys. I just heard. Are you okay?
Bryce.
We're here for you.
Get internet starting at $29.99 a month. And call now to find out how you can add TV for as little as $10 more a month. Wow, that's better.
It's crosstown time.
We are so ready.
We're gonna sweep.
Not in my house.
We'll sweep in both houses.
Really?
We will.
We'll see.
There is one thing both sides agree on. Bona beef.
Bona, a Chicago original. Vote for your side now at thecrosstownbeef.com.
You don't have to sacrifice taste to stay in the game. Miller Lite, always brewed to have more taste and be less filling. Miller Lite. Hold true.
This Cubs injury report is brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, taking physical therapy to a higher level. Ask your doctor about ATI Physical Therapy. Get there.
I know what you're thinking. There's a dad that makes fathering look easy. But before Pacifica, he had his hands full. Now you see a man who's able to stow and go with ease. But he wasn't always that man. Now thanks to our Pacifica, Dad can put his mistakes behind him. Well, most of them.
Booyah! Yeah.
Chrysler Pacifica is now the highest-ranked minivan in initial quality by J.D. Power. Get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 total bonus cash when you purchase the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica.
How do you show up? Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all?
Lucas, we gotta go.
Third row, like a pro. Step up to GMC with 15% below MSRP on all 2017 Acadia SLT models. That's nearly $7,000 below MSRP on this Acadia. We are professional grade GMC.
Subscribe to the Cubs Talk podcast on iTunes or the Google Play Store today.
Saturday before the Cubs take on the Cardinals, be sure and join David Kaplan and David DeJesus for a special edition of Fields Auto Group Cubs pregame live on location from the Jim Beam patio at Wrigley Field. Coverage starts at 2:30 right here on CSN. That's going to be a lot of fun for you guys. Thanks for staying with us and waking up with us this morning on Cubs pregame live. The Cubs trying to finish things off in Atlanta this afternoon. Come out of the break 6-0, and earlier in the show we asked what was the biggest factor of this 5-0 streak that they've had. We gave you starting offense and starting pitching starting offense. That's a good one. Again, still early, but the offense wins. Take a look at the final results. 63%, 17,000 votes. Thanks again for that. Well, time for our Fields Auto Group keys to the game, and they are on a nice little streak here. They got to keep it rolling, right, David?
Yeah, keep your foot on the gas. When you have a chance to really sweep a team and keep the momentum going that you have right now, it's important to not have a letdown today. It's score early and often and knock Dickey out of the game and get to that bullpen.
And a big part of that will be Mike Montgomery's start, of course, and him getting through the second time in the lineup. Key performer?
I'm going to go with Kyle Schwarber.
Okay, Chris Bryant here. We'll see you after the game. Enjoy it, everyone.
Chicago's favorite spot for prime steaks, the freshest seafood, and world-famous Florida stone crab. Come on down to Joe's.
Dad, can I put a lemonade stand outside?
Sure.
With Xfinity Internet, get the speed you need to connect multiple devices. Ask how to get the best in-home Wi-Fi experience, or get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 1 year. If life gives you speed, make lemonade. Call or visit us today.
I don't own the apartment building, but the right out front is mine. And everything inside, like my office, and my library, my studio. I've worked hard to get all of it. And I just
want to be sure it's all protected with auto and renter's insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
We're proud to reveal that Jim Beam Black has been awarded the world's highest rated bourbon. Their words, not ours. Make history.
Thought the chalupa couldn't get any better? Meet the double chalupa. Get it with a Doritos Locos taco, a crunchy taco, and a medium drink. The new limited edition $5 double chalupa box. Love it while it lasts. Only at Taco Bell.
This golden opportunity features silicon, microprocessors, and code. Raw elements transformed into innovation. by Lexus. Experience advanced safety technology at the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event before it ends.
Lease the 2017 NX Turbo for $299 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Not even a 2.5-hour rain delay or the stroke of midnight could stop the Cubs' perfect start to the second half. Good morning, Chicago. It's time for Brunch with the Cubs on CSN. Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Up and at 'em early today, and the Cubs are looking for a perfect 6-0 road trip. They swept the Baltimore Orioles, and they've won the first two in this series against the Atlanta Braves. Great to have you with us for Cubs baseball. Jim Deshaies, Len Casper. The Cubs have shaved the deficit in the division from 5.5 to 2.5 with this 5-0 trip.
And a win today. They will be back at the 500 mark on the road, and it's been a very impressive show. A lot of home runs that happened in Baltimore. It's happening again here in Atlanta. 5-0, batting .310 on the trip, 36 runs, 13 long balls. Pitching's been really good as well. They've allowed just a total of 7 runs over the last 4 games.
And a good stretch of games coming up at home after this trip, including a 5-game stay at Wrigley Field against the Cardinals and the White Sox. And coming up, the Cubs looking for the sweep. They will have left-hander Mike Montgomery on the mound. Good efforts from John Lester and John Lackey, and the offense has been terrific as well. Cubs go for the sweep next.
Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. Oak Ridge architectural shingles from Owens Corning come with a limited lifetime warranty. In 14 colors, get an 11% rebate. Give your landscaping a clean edge with Master Gardener Plus lawn edging. A 20-foot roll is $622 after rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Now is the time to escape to the Champagne Lodge and Luxury Suites in Willowbrook. Just 25 minutes outside of Chicago, it's perfect for a private getaway. Each suite has an oversized whirlpool tub, walk-in steam shower, stone-encased fireplace, relax at our on-site spa with a Swedish or deep tissue massage, hot stone therapy, or mud wrap. Need more? Reserve your very own private pool suite. Book your next special memory at the Champagne Lodge today. You know you deserve it.
I'm only here for a blue dress. Blue dress, blue dress. Blue dress, blue dress, blue dress. Blue dress.
Sometimes it's hard to leave Goodwill with just one thing.
Blue dress.
But it's okay. With your Club Goodwill Rewards card, you can earn points with every purchase for even more savings.
You always amaze me.
Hey there, everyone. Kelly Crawl back in our downtown Chicago studios, and we'll get you back down to Atlanta for first pitch in just a minute. And the Cubs have now run 5 straight road games, something they haven't done and didn't even do during their 2016 World Series season. But there is also big news on the other side of town. Last night, the White Sox, yes, the rebuild continues as Rick Hahn sent Todd Frazier, David Robertson, and Tommy Kahnle to the Yankees. Frazier heads to the Bronx with just a .207 average and 16 home runs. Roberts had nailed down 13 saves in 14 chances. And in return for the trio, the Sox receive MLB.com's 30th rated prospect in outfielder Blake Rutherford, a 20-year-old currently in Class A. They also receive A-ball lefty Ian Clarkin, Double-A outfielder Tito Polo, as well as Major League reliever Tyler Clippard. This latest deal now gives the Sox 10 of baseball's top 100 prospects in their system. And maybe even bigger news for the future, the Sox are calling up their top prospect, Yoan Moncada, from the minors, and he will make his White Sox debut tonight against the Dodgers in a game you can catch right here on CSN. The second baseman is baseball's top-ranked prospect and was hitting .282 at AAA Charlotte with a .377 on-base percentage. That's going to do it from our downtown Chicago studios. Be sure to stay tuned after the final out. David DeJesus joins me on the post-game show. Enjoy the game, everyone.
Welcome to Elk Grove Village. Our growing industrial park is the largest in North America. It makes sense. We're close to O'Hare, major highways, and rail lines, putting us first class in business class. We appreciate that a strong business park means a high quality of life for village residents. It's what motivates us to be beyond business friendly. Elk Grove Village, makers wanted.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent. But that doesn't mean they lay idle. In fact, inside each and every Jim Beam barrel, the bourbon is aging, building a fuller, smoother flavor that only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Ah, the 500 Air. The full of 500's instant ticket lets you live the fun life. The 500 Air takes excitement to new heights and knows how to have an awesome time. With over $12,500 prizes, the next 500 Air could be you, and the whole world could be your canvas. Play full of 500s or any of the new Illinois Lottery instant tickets today and make your big splash.
This could be the one.
Baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Lexus, who encourages you to experience amazing. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Ford, who invites you to go further in their fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Menards, save big money at Menards. And Southwest Airlines, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
An early one today here in Atlanta, and it's dry, and we hope it stays that way. The Cubs have already been delayed 3 times on this trip. Mike Montgomery will make his second start of this trip. Got a no decision his first time out. And as we mentioned in the open, the Cubs now within 2.5 of the lead as they have won their last 5. And the first place Brewers have dropped their last 3.
Now, Brewers are in Pittsburgh, and then they move on to Philadelphia. They got one other stop along the way. They're on a 10-day road trip, and Cubs go home, have a pretty home-heavy schedule here in the next couple of weeks. So, chance to really make a move as they are doing. 3 games better than 500 now for the Cubs for the first time since June 6th. Up to within 2.5 games. Cardinals right there. And the Pirates probably playing the best of anybody in the division of late. Pittsburgh just 5 games back. They've won 3 in a row, 8 of their last 10.
It's a hot one today, but right now mostly cloudy. So that has cooled it off just a little bit. And the Braves, who are at 500 starting this series, now 2 games under, and they're 11.5 out in the National League East behind the Washington Nationals. And they've got a long road trip coming up after this one, and it's not going to be easy as they're going to head to Dodger Stadium for 4 games. And then Arizona for 3, and then Philadelphia for 4. So it's a 12-day, 11-game trip. And it looks like a lot of groups are here for this.
2, 4, 6, 8. Pitcher's got a bellyache.
Yeah.
Let me hear you, kids.
This early matinee today. Maybe the latest team bus times I think I've ever seen. It's kind of a unique situation with the game ending as late as it did last night, and then the real early start today. And I guess in the business we call it show and go, right?
Show and go, yep. The players talk about that. Just get to the yard, get the uni on, and go play. Not a whole lot of time for any pregame prep. No BP, no ground balls taken. Just go play ball. Old school, like American Legion days.
42-year-old R.A. Dickey with the short pants will face the Cubs for the first time in the 6 seasons. Let's get the Cubs Southwest starting lineup that will face him. John Jay in for Jason Hayward and right. Bryant and Rizzo in their normal spots. Ian Happ in center will clean up. Kyle Schwarber plays left. Baez at second. His double play partner bats right behind him. Victor Caratini has not played on this road trip. His last game, he had 3 hits, the first 3 of his major league career. And the pitcher Montgomery will hit ninth.
Brian Snitker has sent this team out into the field. Matt Kemp, the veteran, back in there in the day game after the long night game. Hang with him, Matt Kemp. He's a left-ender. Inciarte will play center. Danny Santana gets a start in right. He's fresh off the DL for this series. Camargo plays third. This is our first look in the field at Dansby Swanson. He pinch ran the other day. Sean Rodriguez, the utility man, plays all over. He's at second today. Freddie Freeman, man, he has put on a clinic with the glove work so far in this series, both at first and last night at third. Tyler Flowers, the veteran backstop, charged with handling the flutter ball of R.A. Dickey. 6-5 with a 4.08. Boy, and he's been on a nice roll. His last 5 starts, he has a 1.09 earned run average. He'll throw that knuckleball well over 80% of the time when he's got the good feel with it. So this is going to be interesting to see how the Cubs handle R.A. here today.
Ed Hickox will call balls and strikes, among other things. Mark Carlson, the Joliet, Illinois native, and the crew chief is at first. C.B. Buckner at second, and Manny Gonzalez is over at third.
Dickey, 116 wins, 113 losses in a major league career. That began with the Texas Rangers back in 2001. The interesting thing is, he'll throw, like I said, 80+% knuckleballs, and then he'll mix in fastballs. Once in a great while, a changeup, some kind of a breaking ball. But he throws his knuckleball about as hard as he throws his fastball.
The leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If John Jay gets a hit here, Binny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. And we are underway.
Temperature 89 degrees.
And it is hot, 89 steamy degrees.
Well, they call it Hot Atlanta. Flowers with the oversized mitt to handle the unpredictable late movement of the knuckleball.
During his struggles, Dickey just said, look, it's embarrassing. I'm walking too many guys. I gotta throw more strikes. And that's easier said than done for a knuckleballer, because the old adage is you just let it go and you're not quite sure where it's going to land. But he throws his knuckler a little harder than most guys, so he feels like he can control the path of that pitch a little deeper into the hitting zone. And he said it's all about mechanics for him.
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit of an oxymoron, knuckleball command, but most of the knuckleballers I've talked to say, yeah, you can, when you're on your game, you can, make it less unpredictable. You get the release point right. If the weather conditions are right, so, they prefer a little wind in their face. That will actually create a little extra movement.
2-2, and Jay fouls away. In terms of the attack, there are a lot of different theories on how you go after a knuckleballer, but it sounds like a lot of the Cub guys, they want to be aggressive and not sit back and wait and kind of jam themselves. And a ground ball that's backhanded by Freeman. Dickey covering the bag.
That was a fastball.
Other guys will tell you, yeah, Hopefully he gets behind in the count and is forced to throw a fastball, and then you jump all over it. We just don't see a lot of these guys anymore.
Yeah, they're a challenge for everybody. They're a challenge for the catcher. It's just difficult for the guy in the manager's seat, Brian Snitker, because with a conventional pitcher, you kind of have a sense of whether he's losing his stuff or not. With a knuckleballer, you just don't know. He may go through a couple of innings where he has no clue where it's going, then he'll settle in. And the one thing I noticed looking at the stat line on Dickey, he's only thrown 4 wild pitches this year. Typically, that's one of the ways you beat a knuckleballer is just, take advantage of some wild pitches, pass balls, things of that nature.
Foul strike on Chris Bryant. Dickey, it's a really fascinating story for a lot of reasons. I think one, you just look at the year-to-year salary for R.A. Dickey, who made his big league debut with the Texas Rangers back in 2001. Kind of really started throwing the knuckler in 2005, floundered in Texas, Seattle, Minnesota. And that one feathered out into right center. It'll drop down. Bryant trying to make second. Here's the throw by Inciarte. It's off the mark and late, and that's a double. First inning scoring chance for the Cubs.
Get a good look at it here in slow motion as that ball starts to slide away from Chris. He stays right on it, pings it the other way.
Well, everything really didn't click for Dickey until he was in his late 30s with the Mets. The most he made through his age 38 season was $5 million a year, which is a lot of money, but relatively speaking, not so much as Rizzo flies out. So at age 39, he made $12 million. At age 40, 12, 41, 12. This year, 7.5. They've got a team option for next year at age 43 for $8 million. So my point is there another guy in Major League history that made that much money at age 39 or later while not really making a lot before that?
Probably not.
Because most guys who have made that kind of money this late are, Hall of Fame type players.
Well, and that's the thing. We don't know when the end of the line will come for Dickey, because knuckleballers tend to last a long time. Hoyt Wilhelm pitched till he was 49 in the big leagues.
That one gets away, and a nice reversal by Bryant. That ball hit the bricks, came right back to Flowers, and Chris would have been out by 20 feet.
That's the second time we've seen that in this series. The backstop very close to home plate. There's a brick wall back there. This one misses everybody. Hit back to Flowers.
Want to know on Ian Happ. That's high. This ballpark faces the southeast, which is not the normal configuration. It's similar to the White Sox ballpark. So right now the sun is kind of directly overhead and a little bit behind the defenders. Two and one. And Bryant's going to be out. So pitch in the dirt, he took off, and Flowers nails him. Is he okay? Chris is still down and very slowly getting up.
He may have jammed a finger.
Well, let's see if he is okay. So the Cubs do not score in the first, and the Braves are coming up against Mike Montgomery.
$1 window siding and door installation, 102 Pine Street.
Let's go, guys.
It's Feltco to the rescue with $1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors. Plus, no interest for 1 year. It's Feltco's biggest sale of the year.
That's $1.
$1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors.
Hurry, $1 installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
So yeah, teaming up with Toyota has been great.
Gotta love casual Fridays. It looks like we're gonna be twins today. Awkward. It's like I can't even tell who's who anymore.
Lease a 2017 Corolla for just $159 a month or get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy combines German-style Weiss beer with the taste of natural lemonade. It's as refreshing as refreshment gets. Leinenkugel's. Welcome to the Liney side.
Check this out. I found a way to keep my family from the King's Hawaiian.
Whoa.
Check this out. Whoa.
King's Hawaiian Foods.
Well, this is not good. Watch the left hand catch the left foot of Camargo, and Chris Bryant has come out of the game. So let's hope that is not a serious injury.
Yeah, the Trout had the thumb issue. Carlos Correa got hurt with a head-first slide at home plate. He's going to have surgery and be out between 6 to 8 weeks. It's always danger when you go head first with your hands in jeopardy. Tommy La Stella will take over at third base.
Mike Montgomery, the lefty, will face this Braves Southwest starting lineup in Ciarte. Hitless in the series, which is rare. I've got a note on that here in a second. Camargo playing third today. Freeman back at first. Kemp in left. Flowers catching for the second time in the series. Danny Santana starts in right. The veteran super utility man Sean Rodriguez at second. Dansby Swanson plays short. And R.A. Dickey, the pitcher, hits ninth.
Cubs defensively, Schwarber, Happ, Jay in the outfield. La Stella in for Bryant now at third. Russell and Baez up the middle. Rizzo's your first baseman. Tartini gets a start behind the plate today, and our Lexus starting pitcher for the Cubs is Mike Montgomery. He's 1-6 with a 4.01 ERA, 74 innings, 66 hits, 37 walks, 60 punch-outs.
First pitch strike on Inciarte. Hitless in consecutive games for just the third time this season. And the first time since April. 0 for 8 in the series.
Right, 2.
Make it 1-1. Don't know what's next for Mike after this start. Could end up back in the bullpen with Kyle Hendricks likely to make his next start in the big leagues after his second rehab outing. Went very well Monday in Tennessee. The 2-1 line and caught by Russell.
Good third base hit and well struck, but a hang with him for Inciarte. Yeah, in all likelihood, that'll be the plan. Montgomery back into the bullpen. He's been very effective there. He's done a nice job in the rotation. More good than bad. Had to be a frustrating one for him last time against the Orioles because he had an 8-0 lead but could not get through the 5th inning to qualify for the win. And that's the game where the Orioles came all the way back to tie it before the Cubs won it on an Addison Russell home run.
Camargo keeping himself in the lineup by going 15 his last 31 and makes it out here. So a couple of hard hit balls for outs to start Montgomery's outing here today. Now Freddie Freeman.
Kind of ironic, the Braves have been beating the ball into the ground the first 2 games of this series. Montgomery is an extreme ground ball pitcher. He has the 3rd highest ground ball rate in the National League among pitchers who have thrown at least 70 innings.
Freeman, 2 hits in the series. Fairly quiet offensively, but has played incredible defense at both corners. First base Monday night, made a really nice play over third last night.
The quality of play at the first base position in the National League is just staggering. 2 guys here today, Goldschmidt, Votto, Zimmerman, Thames, Brandon Belt. I mean, my goodness.
Baez has time, and Montgomery with a 1-2-3 opening inning. Scoreless after 1.
Rocket League is coming, and you can get in the game. The Universal Open is a chance for you and a teammate to compete against the best Rocket League players in the world. The goal, a chance to play live for the $100,000 Grand Final in Los Angeles. Sign up to play in the Universal Open on Faceit.com. Regional qualifiers begin in July. It's your chance to get in the esports game.
At Bass Pro Shops, we are honored to employ close to 2,000 veterans. We're also proud to have offered a military discount every month for over a decade. We thank you, veterans, for everything. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
This golden opportunity features steel, titanium, and carbon fiber. Raw elements made exhilarating by Lexus. Experience uncompromising performance at the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event before it ends.
Lease the 2017 IS Turbo for $299 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Looks like we have a few extra fans in the ballpark today.
The battle for the Crosstown Cup begins at Wrigley Field. White Sox travel north to play the Cubs for 2 day games on the 24th and 25th. Make sure you're there. One of the most popular series of the year. Tickets are still available. Get them while they last at Cubs.com.
When we get an update on Chris Bryant, we will pass it along. And it appeared as though he jammed a finger, maybe the ring finger on his left hand on that headfirst slide. So Happ, who was at the plate when Bryant was thrown out, will start with a new count, 0-2. Shallow center field. It's in Ciarte. One more look. Talk a lot about headfirst sliding, and it's just a thing a lot of guys like to do. And
but you know,
you can get hurt sliding, I guess, feet first too. So
yeah, but I think it's more dangerous to go head first. But the advantage, of course, is you can manipulate, you can move, you can do a little swim move, and be more evasive with a head first slide. But I think there's definitely more peril.
So again, we hope it's just a day-to-day thing. One now to Schwarber. Let's see that a few times.
Well, you know, and you just on the baseball play a component of that. You'd say, well, you're not supposed to make the third out at third base, but because of with a knuckleballer on the mound, I think you want to be more aggressive in those situations to get to third base, give yourself a chance to score on one of these hard to catch, hard to control knuckleballs.
Will he throw him a fastball here? 3-1.
Two-seamer just caught the outside corner. Looks like he's got a little more life on his fastball today. That one 85. We saw 86 in the first inning. His fastball is essentially his change of pace. His normal pace is slow-ish.
Schwarber draws the one-out walk. Now, most knuckleballers kind of have very similar mechanics. There's a little bit of a template there, and I guess the idea is that the deception is not in the delivery, but in the actual movement.
It's a stiff wrist delivery, so most guys have a little bit of a short arm push from out in front. The knuckleball is a misnomer. The pitch is not thrown with the knuckles, it's thrown with the fingertips. Steve Sparks, who was a knuckleballer for a good while in the big leagues, now does radio for the Astros. He said he thought that the best strategy against him was to crowd the plate. So that kind of wigged him out a little bit.
I assume Sparky only said that publicly after he retired.
Yes, that wasn't
smart. One to 0 to Baez. And maybe his best stretch of the year as that ball gets past and allows Schwarber to advance. Yep, Bob Uecker said the best way to catch a knuckleball is just to run back to the backstop and pick it up. StatCast is powered by AWS. This tied the game.
One of 3 hits on the night for Baez.
Dickey charged with a wild pitch, allowing Schwarber to move to second. 2-1 on Baez.
He got into that one last night. His base hit to right field was hit awfully hard as well. That one was 197 miles per hour. Cover came right off the ball. There was a trail of smoke behind it.
Scoreless tie, second inning. Cubs trying to sweep the Braves in Atlanta for the first time since 2008. Baez is out. That's the first strikeout for Dickey. There's Addison Russell. We mentioned in the open the Cubs playing a lot better on the road here as of late. They've won 6 in a row, and a win today. They'd get back to 500 on the season at home, on the road. Inside for ball 1. 18 of their next 29 after today will be at Wrigley Field. And 5 of those road games will be within a pretty short drive. Milwaukee and the South Side.
An off day tomorrow comes at a good time after the lengthy rain delay here last night and the early start today.
One of the real early start, the Phillies and the Marlins in Miami, and Giancarlo Stanton has hit his 30th home run. The Phillies lead that game 2-1 in the top of the second. Nick Pivetta against Dan Straley.
Giancarlo's been on a pretty good roll here of late.
That's a base hit, and the Cubs will grab the lead. Schwarber will score. Russell to second, standing double. 1-0.
Schwarber works the walk, gets second base on the wild pitch, comes home on the Russell double. They draw first blood, and this has pretty much been it from Dickey in his last few starts. 1 is all he has allowed in each of his last 5. It's an ambitious jump there by Camargo.
Now the switch hitting catcher, Victor Caratini. Phil, thought it wasn't ideal to have him get a rare start against a knuckleballer, but he wanted to give Contreras the day off. He wanted Wilson back there last night with Lackey, so Contreras will get 2 days off with the scheduled off day tomorrow. And outside for a ball. Martini playing against his former organization.
That's right. And I think with Montgomery on the mound today too, the lefty shuts down the running game a little bit, so it's easier to have Contreras on the bench with a lefty on the mound.
Martini, a second-round pick of the Braves, and a high fly ball to right field. Drifting back, Santana on the track. He's got room. Cubs do get on the board. The Russell RBI double as they take advantage of the walk and wild pitch. 1-0 Cubs.
Who amongst you goes by the name Fenwick? Tell me, and the rest of you will be spared.
I am Fenwick.
I am Fenwick. I am Fenwick.
Hey, Fenwick, have you seen my shield? This has got vertical stripes on it. Mine had horizontal.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
It's a good thing we brought the tablets, huh?
Yeah, and I can watch the game with DirecTV now.
Ooh, sorry. Most broadcasts and sports channels aren't included. And you can only stream on 2 devices at once.
This is fun. We're having fun.
Yeah.
No, you're not, Jimmy.
Don't let DirecTV Now limit your entertainment. Xfinity gives you more to stream to more screens.
Now at the Honda Summerbration sales event, you can get a great deal on a Honda Civic and keep things festive all summer long. Your unforgettable summer begins today with a trip to the Honda Summerbration sales event. Hurry in and get a great deal on a Honda Civic from KBB.com's best value brand at your local Honda dealer.
Welcome back to Atlanta. The Cubs offer baseball summer camps presented by ATI Physical Therapy and Ideal Industries. Young sluggers ages 5 to 13 have the chance to suit up in Cubs gear and receive top-notch baseball instruction during a week-long camp. A few camps are still available, including a limited number of spots at our Evanston location. Enroll now by visiting Cubs.com/kids.
Mike Montgomery with a perfect first inning. Will face Kemp, Flowers, and Santana here in the second. That would be a really good look for you in Cubs blue.
That's solid. Might be a little warm on a day like today. I got some birds living in there.
I wouldn't want to sit behind him.
Other than the fact that you could just pitch popcorn and all kinds of things into his head and he wouldn't know it.
So here's Kemp. Two for 6, couple of walks in the series. One driven in. In the dirt. Kemp had 41 hits in May. Most by a Brave in that month since Ralph Garr had 47 hits in May of 1974.
Peter Garr. Won a batting title one year, I think.
Kemp chops to Tommy LaStella, former Brave. Had to come in for the injured Bryant.
This is Mike's first ever appearance against the Atlanta Braves. Very few of their hitters have seen much of him. Flowers has never faced him.
Oh for 3 with a walk Monday. Did not play last night. And Hickox gives Montgomery the corner. 0-1. See Caratini giving LaStella a late alert that they were going inside, so be ready. One and two.
Montgomery has a lot of weapons. Real good curveball. Pretty good life on the fastball. Likes his cutter as well. And pretty good changeup.
It really comes down for him to fastball command, which makes all those other pitches really good. And he's going to get Flowers on the curve as he grounds out. 2 down.
3 consecutive ground ball out, so he's finding his rhythm out there. What has plagued him, plagued is probably too strong of a word, but the issue for him as a starting pitcher, as it is for so many, is second time through the order. First time through, opposing hitters hitting .250 against him. The second look they get against him, they're batting .354. So you see those numbers and you immediately think, well, yeah, he's better suited to be a bullpen guy.
Switch hitting Santana takes a strike.
But the variety of pitches that he has would say, well, if he can command that fastball, then he has a chance to be a very successful starting pitcher.
So I suppose the jury is still out
I think right
on
now
what he is.
Yeah, and
maybe
right now,
a little of both.
Yeah, and right now it's just a matter of where he best fits with this club right now. And with Hendricks coming back into the bullpen to provide that second left-hander, he was really good in that role.
Happ still going back. He will reach the warning track and makes the catch to end the inning. It kept on carrying. The Braves do not have a base runner through 2, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
When our drivers recommend their cars, their words become part of our fabric. The 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander with standard third-row seating.
Get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% APR for 72 months on select models.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. I'm attorney Howard Ankin with Cubs great Andre Dawson.
Hard work is the best way to succeed. That's why if you need a lawyer, you need to call my Hawk, Howard.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, call me. 312-6-million. Injury law, made personal.
It's the easiest time I ever had buying a car.
This is my second Mini from Bill Jacobs Mini. Everyone is friendly and helpful. This place is phenomenal.
These are the reviews we get all of the time from our customers at Bill Jacobs Mini. Stop in today to experience our difference. At Bill Jacobs Mini, it's the cars that bring you in, but the experience that brings you back. Aurora Avenue in Naperville. Lease a new 2017 Mini Countryman all 4. Our biggest Mini ever for only $249 per month for 36 months.
For almost 40 years, I've worked hard to enforce the safety rules on our highways and in workplaces, to hold the negligent accountable. And it's helped make our community a safer, better place. But to keep our community safe and strong, we've got to take good care of our children. This is why I've donated hundreds of thousands to support programs like Kids Stop, Reading Buddies, Teachers of Excellence, and the United Way. And it's also why I only do personal injury law. Because helping injured people win justice is its own reward.
Hey, welcome back, folks. Advocate Healthcare is the official healthcare partner of your Chicago Cubs. We're for the comeback. We're for the win. We're for tomorrow. Tomorrow starts today at advocatehealthcare.com. Well, check that, advocatehealth.com.
I mentioned those extra fans. It is a hot day today.
Yeah, there's no breeze. Very still, steamy day.
So Montgomery will lead it off. And he bounces right back to Dickey.
I guess the only way to practice hitting a knuckleballer would be to take BP with a wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Or go out and try to catch butterflies. The old adage, see it high, let it fly. So if the pitch was up, go ahead and take a whack at it. If it's down, you probably weren't going to make contact, so let it go. See it high, let it fly. See it low, let it go.
One and nothing on John Jay. Camargo in on the grass at third. Not deep in the outfield, and ground ball to the second baseman Rodriguez. 2 quick outs.
I think he gets a lot of outs on the ground as well. Typically with a knuckleballer, you see a lot of weird contact because of the late movement. Ball's off the end of the bat, in on the hands of the hitters.
Bryant doubled in the first and then thrown out trying to advance on a pitch in the dirt. Injured his left hand, had to come out, so Tommy LaStella came in the bottom of the first and gets his first plate appearance here in the third. Dickey won the National League Cy Young Award in 2012 at 37 years old with the Mets. 20-game winner. Led the league in innings, complete games, and shutouts. Fields his position well, won a Gold Glove in 13.
He's an English major at the University of Tennessee, so it's a different cat than you find in most major league clubhouses. He's written a couple of books, a children's book called Knuckleball Ned.
He's dealt with some life adversity, which he has written about. Yeah, really interesting guy.
Autobiography, Whenever I Wind Up, My Quest for Truth, Authenticity, and the Perfect Knuckleball.
Full count on LaStella. Rizzo would hit next. And here it is. Ball 4. He wasn't even the oldest guy in this rotation when the season started.
Yeah, they had Bartolo Colon here. As far as I know, has not authored any books.
Bartolo made 13 starts, had an 8.14 ERA before he was cut loose and just made his Twins debut. Kyle Hendricks feeling good. After 5 perfect innings at Double-A Tennessee on Monday. No concrete plan in terms of when he'll return to the big league rotation, but pretty educated guess would be early next week. Rizzo flied to center in the first. Short lead by La Stella, but Dickey will throw over anyway.
He's got a pretty quick move. Not a lot of stolen bases against Dickey, and I think a lot of the reason why is because the potential for the pass ball or the wild pitch. Teams just don't take that many chances. Because he's not trying to throw the ball 95 miles per hour. There's not a big leg kick. Very quick to home plate. Correct me if I'm wrong here. R.A. Dickey was a first-round pick of the Rangers. It was during the medical, right, that they discovered he was missing a tendon?
No ulnar collateral ligament.
And then he forfeited a bunch of the money back to the club.
$75,000. Well, he got $75,000. He was offered like 10 times that originally.
Yeah. I think it was Oral Hershiser, I think, was the pitching coach for the Rangers that kind of convinced him to commit full time to the knuckleball.
Rizzo strikes out. We go to the last of the third from Atlanta. It's the Cubs 1 and the Braves nothing.
In our pizza family, you get bigger, better ingredients
for less dough.
Get Papa John's XXL Pizza, loaded with oversized and traditional Italian sausage and huge deli-style pepperoni. Only $12.
better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
You've wished upon it all year, and now it's finally here. The Mercedes-Benz Summer Event is back, with incredible offers on the Mercedes-Benz you've always longed for. But hurry, these shooting stars fly by fast.
Lease the C300 for $399 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
This is Axe Body Spray. Use it to stay fresh all day. And this is Axe Dry Spray. Use it to stay dry for 48 hours. Why are you touching your armpit?
I was just checking to see if it was dry.
Don't. That's weird. Smell great and stay dry with Axe.
My Summit table and 6 chairs, only $5.99. And the competition, same look, but a whopping $15.14. Like theirs, My Summit has a wire brush finish, but I go the extra mile. Table and 6 chairs, or table, 4 chairs and a bench with storage and a removable leaf, only $5.99. In regular or pub height. Why would anyone pay over $900 more? Just imagine what else you could buy for that kind of money. Dare to compare at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Saturday, one of baseball's biggest rivalries is back as the Cubs take on Dexter Fowler and the Cards. Coverage begins at 2:30 on CSN with Cubs Pregame Live, or stream the game live at csnchicago.com or on the NBC Sports app.
Welcome back. The Cubs are celebrating Bud Fridays in the Budweiser bleachers all season long. This Friday, Budweiser will provide Cubs sunglasses to up to the first 5,000 early arriving fans 21 and older in the Budweiser bleachers. Get there early. For details, visit Cubs.com/Fridays.
So, not to get too personal, but what time did you wake up this morning after the late night last night?
Well, the first time I woke up was in the 6 o'clock hour, I believe. And I was able to shut it down again till, I don't know, somewhere between 8:30 and 9.
So my day kind of started, I headed across the street to a local grocery store, grabbed a breakfast sandwich and a cup of coffee. As Rodriguez swings and misses, got on the team bus. I was sitting behind Danny Mueller, one of the Cubs' awesome clubhouse guys, and where my coffee was sitting before the bus moved, I said to myself, make sure you grab it before we leave, because I didn't want it to spill. Driver puts it into drive, and I went, uh-oh, I better grab the coffee. And, of course, it spilled all over Danny and me. So I apologize to Danny. But the adage is, if that's the worst thing that happens today, it's a good day.
Tell that to Danny. Yeah, that's.
He handled it well, like a pro.
He's a pro. Yep. But that's heartbreaking on a day like today to lose your coffee.
I know.
Man.
I think Rodriguez thinks he got hit. I heard 2 sounds, but Ed Hickox is not buying it, and Brian Snitker wants to check with his replay folks. Clearly didn't hit him. Oh, okay, we'll get another
That's
look.
a good pitch right there. The old freeze ball.
Yep.
No chance.
They are
take a look
challenging.
at it. Yeah, I guess it did. Just the way he reacted. It looked like it might have brushed pant leg. And you could hear, you could hear that double hit.
I think these are tough to overturn, though. I don't think you can use sound evidence, right? You've got to see it.
I don't know. That's a great question. I was just going to ask that very thing. Can they say, hey, back there in New York, can you guys, can you hear? Can you hear it?
The fans here in Atlanta looking at the replay on the big board. I think this one will be reversed, and Rodriguez in fact just flipped his bat to the bat boy and headed down to first, and they have reversed it. Exmo. Yep.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Good challenge, and the right call was made eventually. So the leadoff man is on. First time Montgomery will have to work from the stretch. Dansby Swanson getting his first and only start in the series.
He's been scuffling. Just 138 in the month of July for Swanson, 4 out of 29.
Swanson has lost some playing time here lately to Camargo. We've seen Camargo air it out a couple of times. Talking with Joe Madden before the game, he said Camargo has one of the best throwing arms he's ever seen.
Swanson, the #1 overall pick in the 2015 draft, traded here in the Shelby Miller deal, and deal that the Diamondbacks have been roundly criticized for. Kid has tremendous upside, considered one of the top prospects in all of baseball, as you would expect, that pedigree. 129 at-bats for the Braves last year. He batted .302, so lofty expectations coming into this season. So far, he has scuffled.
Vanderbilt product, and from nearby Marietta. The Braves have gobbled up local kids for a long time, haven't they?
Yeah, McCann and Hayward, Frank Coor, that whole bunch. The youth programs here get rave reviews.
Center field as Haps turned around, and he'll make the catch. Rodriguez went almost all the way to second instead of tagging. Should he have tagged?
Well, I think with the trajectory of that ball, I think he wanted to make sure he was going to score if it wasn't caught.
The pitcher coming up, yep.
mean, if it's a high towering fly and your mindset is, well, that's either going to carry out of the ballpark or he's going to catch it, you absolutely go back and tag. But he's probably reading possible two-base hit there.
Dickey bunts foul. Robert Allen Dickey. So do we think he was an RA at the University of Tennessee? What, the resident?
RA, the RA, yeah.
Assistant or whatever you call it?
Yeah. He's probably the only guy who gets on the team plane with a corduroy jacket with the leather patches. I got this whole English major thing going on. Stack of books.
He's got to wear a mock turtleneck.
Yeah, I remember reading a while back. He names his bat. It's a nod towards Lord of the Rings or something.
Just able to get a piece.
If he were a redhead, he would be a spitting image of Timothy Busfield, the actor.
Good call.
Played Danny on The West Wing.
Yeah, he would. Bunted foul for a strikeout. First for Montgomery.
See if Rodriguez feels like he can get a read and a jump off Montgomery. Cartini does not throw anywhere near as well as Wilson Contreras. So the run game, even with the lefty on the mound, may be in play here for the Braves.
Pretty good lead by Rodriguez. Not going, and the pitch is wide for ball one. Back home to play the surging Cardinals. They've won 13 of 20. They get within one of the 500 mark. Michael Wacha with his first career complete game last night. Beat the Mets.
And we'll see him in that series on Sunday. Pitching matchups: Arrieta, Lester, Quintana for the Cubs. Martinez, Wainwright, Wacha for St. Louis.
Mike Leake against Jacob deGrom tonight from Citi Field. Zach Davies will throw for the Brewers against Garrett Cole. For Pittsburgh, that's also under the lights. As Milwaukee will try to end its 3-game losing streak. 2-1. Nothing. Cubs lead. Addison Russell with a second inning RBI double. The pitch, 3-1.
Got to be aggressive here. Just challenge with a good heater.
Fouled away. Another nice crowd on hand. They stuck through a long rain delay last night. Actually delays each of the first two nights.
Yeah, announced the sellout last night. 41,000 and change here. Or at least 41,000 and change bought tickets.
3-2. We'll try it again.
Braves are averaging a little over 31,000 per game here. I don't know if that's a number they're excited about or a little disappointed. I feel like they're getting enough of a bump in the first year in their new ballpark.
I like it. It's our third day here, and we did a nice job with this place. Ground ball to Rizzo. He will flip to Montgomery. Nice work by the lefty. Has not given up a hit. Just one base runner through 3, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is in full swing.
It's kind of a secret beach. Discovered it a couple summers back.
Awesome. You have arrived at your destination. So has everyone else.
I guess the secret is out.
Take on summer right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now with summer's hottest offer. Get 0% for 72 months plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in. During the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% for 72 months plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in. Offer ends soon.
Welcome. It's me, the Extra Crispy Colonel. My Extra Crispy $20 fill-up feeds a family of 4. It's crunchy, juicy, and oh so tasty. KFC, it's extra crispy good.
At Discount Tire, we know you might need tires for this, or this. No matter where you drive, you can count on us to get the right tires for your needs and your budget. Discount Tire, America's neighborhood tire store.
Hey, Bryce Harper, quick selfie.
Wait, how'd you get out here? Oh, don't worry, I've got T-Mobile. It's all unlimited, so I've got unlimited access to all things MLB. You sure about that? Yeah. Hey, can I have some of the Pine Tar?
Check it out. Unlimited data meet unlimited grip. Hey, the guys need me in the bullpen. Sorry.
That's the dugout.
I know. Yeah, totally.
We can't really give every fan access to the field, but we can give you America's best unlimited network, T-Mobile.
Friday, CSN broadcasts live from the Blackhawks convention. At 5, join Pat Boyle for the opening ceremonies, followed at 6 by a special on-location edition of Sports Talk Live. Blackhawks convention coverage starts Friday at 5 on CSN.
Dare to live in full color with Blue Man Group, the spectacular collision of comedy, theater, rock concert, and dance party all rolled into one. Catch our Boys in Blue at the Briar Street Theater. Call 800 Blue Man or visit blueman.com. I hate to have to explain my corny jokes, but apparently I have to apologize to all English teachers and majors out there.
Why is that?
Gentleman Daniel texted or tweeted at us that he is an English teacher and has never worn a mock turtleneck. The reference was not to that. It was to his last name, Dickey. So that's what they call the mock turtleneck, right? A Dickey.
Yeah, that little,
thing
that has no sleeves.
Those comments were not related, sir. I apologize if you took it that way. I am an English teacher, and I have never worn a mock turtleneck.
You, sir.
Now he gets away from Freeman, and they can't get him. Throw gets away. And on the return, very close, but Happ able to get back to the bag in time.
Did he need to scramble back? I didn't see him make a move towards second base.
Good question.
Sure, yeah. So rare misplay by Freeman. He did. He sure did.
So an error charge to Freeman. Waiting to see if the Braves will challenge. And I'm guessing they won't.
No, I don't think there's anything there. Moving on, boys. Play ball. Safe.
Schwarber walked and scored the Cubs run in the second. Early returns on Kyle since he came back from
I like the approach. He's been more inclined to hit the ball the other way. And that was his big issue. He was just pulling off a lot of balls. Pitches out away from him trying to pull them, and that would result oftentimes in ground balls to the right side of the infield. When he stays on that middle of middle of the diamond approach, he's much more likely to get it airborne, and he's got plenty of power. He can go deep to all fields.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pitch to Baez, swing and a miss. Kind of interesting, right next to the Braves dugout, the ball boy. At Wrigley Field, they've got that little nook right next to the dugout where the ball boys sit. Here, they sit behind that screen. So they've got to actually open that door to bring some new baseballs to the home plate umpire. Here you go, right on cue.
It's like the rodeo when the bull comes busting out of the gate.
Yeah. You see what Baez has done his last 24 games. Good work.
Eight out of 16 on the road trip coming into this ball game.
Santana makes the catch.
They used to say, old timers, there's probably still some that do that after facing a knuckleballer, the old saw was, oh, you could go into a slump for 2 weeks after facing a knuckleballer. I don't think there's any evidence to support that. It's one of those things somebody said way back in the day, and it kind of became a generalized thought.
So can you explain the physics a little bit, of at least what you know about the idea of no spin on a baseball and why it moves so much?
Yeah, so well, it's the unpredictable movement and the late kind of darting movement that makes it such an effective pitch. You can throw a slider, a curveball, and
there goes, and Happ is out. Ooh, I think he got in.
I thought he was in there too.
Joe is going to possibly want another look. So we will keep it here for a few seconds. He's going to challenge.
That's a good pick and a quick tag by Sean Rodriguez. Get that back leg down, blocking Happ's path to the base. Looked like he was in there before the tag was applied. So anyway, the knuckleball, you spin the ball to make a curve or make it slide or create movement on a sinker. The knuckleball you throw with the fingertips to take spin off the ball, and I can't remember the number, but it's like 1 1/4, however many rotations as the ball travels towards home plate. Revolutions is the ideal. And so you're basically you're taking spin off the ball, and the ball reacts to the wind.
Always a challenge to catch that pitch. That's why the catchers have that big glove.
Yeah, and I played with Alan Ashby in Houston, and Ashby, a longtime Major League catcher, consider his plight back in the day when he'd have to catch Nolan Ryan, J.R. Richard, and Joe Niekro. Nolan throwing 100, J.R. throwing close to that with that nasty slider, all kinds of late movement, and Niekro with the unpredictable knuckleball. And Ash's hands, man, they were mangled. His fingers pointed every which way. Was known on occasion to drop kick a trash can in frustration trying to catch the knuckleball.
Think of Doug Mirabelli. I think Chris Bando caught Tom Candiotti.
Call confirmed.
I can't believe it. Wow, I thought he got in. So, yeah, Joe shaking his head. One more look as the Cubs lose their challenge.
Dad, can I put a lemonade stand outside?
Sure.
With Xfinity Internet, get the speed you need to connect multiple devices. Ask how to get the best in-home Wi-Fi experience, or get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 1 year. If life gives you speed, make lemonade. Call or visit us today.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
This Hyundai summer clearance event, we're gonna make it better. No, yes. We're gonna make it better by giving customers what they really want, like amazing deals on a brand new Hyundai. Now that's better. This isn't just an event. This is the Hyundai Summer Clearance Event.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
And that's how we do it.
And here's another reason to buy now. Get up to 25% off a 2017 Sonata. That's $6,750 in total savings.
Let's reset for the next customer.
Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
Experience the Budweiser bleachers in the left field porch under the video board. This private porch offers a unique view of the game with both sunny and shaded areas. Available in 50 to 100 blocks. With unlimited beverages and access 2 hours prior to first pitch. For more information, visit Cubs.com/premier.
Just keep in mind when we show you replays in New York, they have a few more looks than we do. So clearly they had a different angle that showed that either Happ was out or did not show that he was safe. On our look, it looked like he had gotten in. 1-0 on Camargo. Make it 2 balls, no strikes. He's hitting second in the Braves lineup, playing third today. And the pitch. Ooh, I like that he gave him that. 2-1.
Ed was in the mood to call a strike. On 2-0, he was anticipating strike.
lifted to left, sending Schwarber toward the corner. Freeman with one out. So the Braves franchise, in terms of National League history, began in the dawn of the NL, 1876. They were the Boston Red Caps. But if you go back even further, they actually started in Cincinnati, the Red Stockings, 1866. Then moved to Boston, the Boston Red Stockings. The Red Caps, the Bean Eaters, the Doves, the Rustlers, then became known as the Braves around 1912. Boston Bees in the late 30s. Moved to Milwaukee, had a very successful run from 53 to 65, moved to Atlanta in 1966.
Well, Atlanta was really blowing up as a city.
Swing and a miss. Freeman 0 for 2.
I mean, blowing up in a good way. Expanding. Looks like Bobby Cox. That is Bobby Cox, a Hall of Fame manager.
Ball one on Kemp. Technically the call stands in the previous half inning. Cubs out of challenges. Don't forget the pitching on this trip. While the offense has been the headliner, team hitting .310 with 13 home runs. The Cubs pitching staff with a .280 ERA in hitter-friendly environments.
Yeah, so you know, when the Cubs embarked on this road trip, I think the thinking was a chance for the hitters to get healthy, to get a little good mojo going, take advantage of a bad pitching staff and a hitter-friendly ballpark in Baltimore. And kind of the same thing here. The Braves have not pitched particularly well. The ball really jumps in this yard. The downside, potential downside, of course, was that the pitching would really struggle too in these two venues. That has not been the case. So it's the best possible scenario so far.
Two pitch, a chopper, softly hit, charged by La Stella. And Rizzo kept his foot on the bag, but again the Braves may challenge. Brian Snitker tells everybody to hang on.
It looked like he was able to keep his toe on the bag. It was off initially, but it looked like he got it back down and dragged it across the top of the base. He's going to challenge. It looked to me like he initially had to leave the base, but then was able to get the toe back down, I thought. What are you seeing at home, folks? Your big fancy HD 60-inch television. I'm less convinced after that last look.
So our third challenge of the game, and we're only in the fourth inning. Well, we have a moment. I want to send out a big 62nd birthday wish to Dave Horner, watching in Waukee, Iowa. Hope it's a good one, Dave.
Well, let's see, in the baseball world, he shares a birthday with Diamondback left-hander Patrick Corbin, former Cardinal Rick Ankiel, Mets bench coach Dickie Scott celebrating a birthday today. Phil Cavarretta was born on this day, 1916.
This one's taking a little longer than the other two.
Playing very dramatic music here in the ballpark, building up to this big decision.
I think we're close.
Like the People's Court.
Umpires have both hands on the headphones, and neither manager has a challenge left, so we won't see any manager challenges the rest of the way. After 4, Cubs 1, Atlanta nothing.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Thought the chalupa couldn't get any better? Meet the double chalupa. Get it with a Doritos Locos taco, a crunchy taco, and a medium drink. The new limited edition $5 double chalupa box. Love it while it lasts. Only at Taco Bell.
Journey where this path may lead, and live as big as giants. Summer sun and feeling free, and sparkle just like diamonds.
Freedom awaits you this summer. Find your perfect vehicle by guiding yourself to a Jeep dealer to check out the official vehicles of summer. Get 0% financing for 75 months or $4,000 total cash allowance on the 2017 Jeep Cherokee.
Welcome back, Grandma. Wow.
I did a lot of shopping in Italy, and I met a nice man.
Ciao. Gino.
Gino.
Da Italia.
He's Italian.
Vieni qua.
Buick now has an SUV for that. The new Buick Envision, one of Buick's luxury SUVs. Get 15% below MSRP on all 2017 Buick Envision Preferred and Enclave leather vehicles. That's over $5,600 on this 2017 Buick Envision Preferred.
Congrats to Chicago Fire forward Nemanja Nikolic and midfielder Bastian Schweinsteiger.
You can follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, on CSNChicago.com, presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich, serving the community for 38 years. Go to jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. If you missed it, in the top of the first inning, pitch in the dirt, Chris Bryant trying to advance to third, headfirst slide, appeared to injure his left hand as it caught a spike or the foot of Johan Camargo. So Chris came out of the game. We still do not have an official update on his status from the Cubs, but we're hoping it is not serious. 1-0. Swing and a miss by Addison Russell. That will drop for a base hit. Out into no man's land. He's 2 for 2. No man's land's a good thing for a hitter sometimes.
Hit them where they ain't. That's what Willie Keeler said 100 years ago. So it's a good day for Russell so far. RBI double and a little bloop single.
Hey, we'd like to welcome all our viewers watching on Viola Communications in Viola, Illinois.
Frankie V.
Uh-oh. Dickey, Swanson, Freeman. That's 2, and we will bring up the pitcher, Montgomery. I do like replay. I think getting calls right is always good, but I'm also okay with no more managers' challenges. Feel like me on the dance floor today, no rhythm.
Yeah, you're right. It's been good for the game, big picture. I wish there were a way they could hasten the process.
Yeah.
I think managers should be forced to issue their challenge more quickly. And I also think like the boys in New York should be able to make the determination more quickly, and if they can't, then call stands.
Mike Montgomery in the air, deep to right, into the chop house.
Oh my!
He chopped it out of here.
That's how you hit the knuckleball. Mike Montgomery knows the secret. Can he find his way around the bases? That ball thrown back onto the field and then will make its way into the Cubs dugout. And look at the smile.
There was nothing cheap about that.
No, sir. No doubter.
Second hit of his career. First extra base hit. First home run. 2-0. Ford home run replay.
You know, the ball really carries well here to right field. We've seen it on a number of occasions.
Awkward swing by Jay, and the inning is over, but the Cubs have a 2-0 lead. Their 14th homer of the trip, and it comes from the pitcher.
Who amongst you goes by the name Fenwick? Tell me, and the rest of you will be spared.
I am Fenwick.
I am Fenwick. I am Fenwick.
Hey, Fenwick, you seen my shield? This has got vertical stripes on it. Mine had horizontal.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide.